everyone, it's V the Ink Dragon. So, this month has been a very fruitful month for fountain pens and inks. Just like last month, this last week of May I already inked so much more pens and inks. But for the rest of the month, I will not, or I will try not to ink any pens and inks just because I will have the Touch Pen show at the end of this week. I'm excited for all the pens and ink combinations that I have today, so let's get to it. The first pen and ink combination is my Studyo Agackakan Primary Manipulation 1 WP2 with Franklin Christoph Medium Signip, and I fill it with Diamine Scarlet. While the previous week I inked Diamine series, this Diamine Scarlet is way darker than series. It does not really have the wow neon factor from the other ink, but it is still a very lovely ink, and I have loved writing with this combination so much. The combination flows really well and the color makes me happy. It's like a very bright color when the weather is not as nice. Even though it's still May, it's very cold here, and thus writing with this combination really cheers my day. So as mentioned, Diamond Scarlet is quite similar to Diamond series, although if I were to see it side by side, I think I will know the difference between the two, just because Diamond Scarlet is way more toned down compared to Diamond series. I have been waiting for this combination for about a year by now. My second pen and ink is my Opus 88 Pumpkin. I have Gena Reverse Architect nib in it, and I fill it with Diamond Pumpkin. I am not a matchy person, but this is a very one exception that I have. I find it so fascinating that I can put a pumpkin ink inside a pumpkin pen, and it also matched very well. With orange ink, I feel like they are just like orange, and usually there are not that many special characteristics of orange inks, but this combination is divine. I love it so much. It also helps that both the pen and the ink share the same name. Just like the previous combination, whenever I pick this pen up, I smile. And I don't really want this combination to end. However, by the end of this week, I need to clean this pen up whether I finish writing with it or not, just because I want to get a new nib prime on this pen during Touch Pen show. The drawing turned out creepier than I thought. In writing and in swatch, Diamond Pumpkin is more red leaning orange. It's very bright, and while I previously think that Diamond Blaze Orange will be similar to it, I think Blaze Orange is much more subdued compared to the bright Diamond Pumpkin. The third pen and ink combination also makes me happy. I think I will keep saying that throughout all my ink pen right now. It's my Pilot Custom 823 with medium 14 karat gold nib, and I fill it with Troublemaker hanging rice. There is something magical about green ink in a brown pen. It makes it look so earthy, and it's just soothing. I have been curious about this ink in particular just because some people really love this, and I'm glad that I get to try this green ink just because it's very pretty and it's just up to my alley that I love green inks. And in the springtime, I tend to love a yellower leaning green more than the colder green. Seeing this ink in action really reminds me a lot of Dominant Industry Leaf Green, and I really love this color. Of course, because I switch my inks often, I only feel like 1/5 of my pen with this ink, which turns out perfectly fine. If putting the swatch cards side by side like this, still often amaze me that Dominant Industry Leaf Green is much darker than what I thought about it before. But on very heavy application, like on the swatch, if we look at only the swatch, then they really look similar to each other. Another that is very close is Robert Oster Crocodile Green. I already have Dominant Industry Leaf Green and Rowan Klinger Althorhun Battle, But looking at this, I think I also want a Troublemaker hanging rice, even though the color is not that much different. That's always the thing with fountain pens inks, isn't it? The next pen and ink combination that I have here is my Lotus Shikar Woody. I have Bacas Predator Plate nib in it, and I fill it with Pennonia Kekfesto, which means blue printing, blue dyeing, or embroidery blue. Previously, I mentioned that I don't really enjoy writing with this nib just because it feels so sharp on the paper no matter what kinds of inks I put in it. But somehow, this combination works very well to my surprise. I write both in the regular writing side and also on the reverse side. It is still sharp, but something about the ink makes it pleasant to write with. It really surprised me that I keep writing with the regular side now just to test whether I love it or not, and I still love it. The ink itself, Pennonia Kekfesto, also is magical for me. It is a blue ink, although it's not a regular blue ink. I know that I don't make any sense right now, but it's just one of those ink that just makes you calm and whoa. This Pennonia Kekfesto does it for me. I think color-wise, Pennonia Kekfesto is pretty close to Chak's Herban Blue the Minuit, although Kekfesto have a little bit of yellowish stain that is quite prominent on Herban Blue Nui. It is overall a very elegant blue color that I don't really have anywhere else in my collection, and I am enjoying writing with this ink so much. Alright, the last that I have currently is my Pilot Kakuno Girl with fine nib. I have it filled with fun demands the Wilderness Series Black Tongue Spider Orchid. I got a sample of this ink from my Secret Santa last Christmas. I kept putting off inking this ink just because in my memory it is a shimmer ink, and usually I don't ink shimmer ink, so it's like I always put shimmer inks on the end of my ink backlog. But to my surprise, it is just a regular standard ink. With Pilot Kakuno fine nib, sometimes inks feel as if they are not as nice, but with this ink it is very smooth and it feels kind of velvety in some ways, which makes me love writing with this combination even though it's just a Pilot Kakuno. I want to try this ink in another pen and really test if the ink is really as great as how I feel with this Pilot Kakuno. Lavender Black is kinda samey, although Lavender Black is leaning more on the red side. The same with Livens Cardinal Pars and also Mont Blanc Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. It is redder than Herban Poissy de Lune though. So it is quite a unique shade of purple. And that's all that I have for now. All of this pen and ink combination bring me joy, and I'm glad that I paired this ink with this pen. What do you think? Is there any particular combination that you really like with your currently ink right now? See you on the next one. Bye bye!